In other news, 2 years after the Supreme Court upheld the Rafale deal, stating that no irregularities had been found, there are new reports that have been published by the Mediapart, a French news website, which states that Dassault, the manufacturer of the fighter plane, had agreed to pay €1 million to a middleman in India. The report claims that the French anti-corruption agency had detected this during an audit but had declined to alert prosecution authorities. According to Mediapart, the agency's inspectors found that Dassault had agreed to pay €1 million to a middleman just after the 2016 signing of the Rafale fighter deal. That middleman is now accused of money laundering in India in another defense deal. The company said the money was used to pay for the manufacture of 50 large replica models of the Rafale jets, even though the inspectors were given no proof that these models were made. Yet, against an apparent logic, the AFA, that's the French investigators, decided not to refer to the matter to prosecutors. According to Mediapart, the French investigators were provided with an invoice from the Indian company run by Sushen Gupta, who allegedly operated as an agent for Dassault. Gupta is presently under investigation by the Enforcement Directorate over money laundering charges in the Augusta Westland helicopter scam. NDTV has reached out to the Defence Ministry, the Air Force and the Dassault for their comment on the fresh allegations of corruption in the €7.8 billion Rafale deal.
How can middlemen and payment of commission be permitted in a government-to-government defence contract or in any defence procurement in India, in violation of the mandatory defence procurement procedure? Does it not now require a full and independent investigation into India's biggest defence deal to find out as to how much bribery or commission or both have been paid in reality, if any, and paid to whom in the Indian government? And last question, will the Prime Minister now answer to the nation?
Well, we have Sunil Prabhu joining us. Sunil, we just heard the Congress reacting and asking the Prime Minister will now finally react to the situation.
Well, as you rightly heard, there are a number of questions that the Congress party is asking. The Rafale controversy refuses to die down. It's come back to haunt the Narendra Modi government in the wake of the new reports that have come, especially the light of the fact that the anti-corruption agency within the French government has been trying to bury what they say payoffs that have taken place. It's a three-part series. Congress has said that we'll wait for the full 48 hours to see how things progress in terms of what exactly the government does. They have made it clear that they didn't approach the Supreme Court in the first place. They never believed that the Supreme Court was really should have actually handled this entire Rafale matter. The fact that the CAG was not given enough documents, a section of the media, as well as a whole lot of other government agencies said that this was secret, and most importantly, that they still will continue to ask for a JPC. They will wait for this entire revelations to come out before they want a thorough investigation and probe to see how they go about this entire process. But one important point is that they're not asking for the cancellation of the Rafale deal because they feel the first most priority is the requirement of our armed forces. But having said that, a thorough investigation, given the fact that India has no middleman policy, how has this now been attempted to keep down and not come up at all by the French government? What is the Indian government's role? And the fact that you named Mr. Gupta in the reference, how is this being buried? These all have to come into investigation, whether it is done by the CBI or whichever agency, but a thorough investigation is required before they can get to the bottom of this entire controversy.
Right, Sunil, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. We also have Vishnu Som joining us on the phone line. Vishnu, fresh allegations in the Rafale deal. The report claims that the French anti-corruption agency had detected this during an audit but had declined to alert the prosecution authorities.
Exactly. That's what the allegation is. That's what's been stated by Mediapart. That's a French investigative news wire site. they're going to actually website. They're actually going to be coming out with the bulk of the report on Thursday. Now, the allegation is this: shortly after India and France signed the 7.8 billion euro Rafale deal, there was an invoice which was sent by an Indian company, run by a man who is allegedly a middleman, who is allegedly under investigation as well by the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI in the Augusta Westland case. That the company of this person sent an invoice of 1 million euros towards the manufacture of large models of the Rafale aircraft, which would be presumably placed in various parts of the country. What is curious about this particular case is that the amount is huge for models, because a single model costing upwards of 20 or 23,000 euros is ludicrous, to be quite frank. However, we have been able to find out that a large number of these models, if not all of them, have actually been delivered or are in the process of being delivered. In fact, the model of the Rafale fighter, a large model outside the Air Chief's house, according to our sources, is one of these models which is provided. A couple of these models are going to the new Rafale squadron at Hashimara. At least one of them is at the Mirage 2000 base in Gwalior. One is also apparently at Western Air Command. However, that doesn't answer the key question over here. Why should these cost 23,000 euros each? And therefore, questions will be asked, and it becomes a matter which should perhaps be looked at very closely over here in India.
Right. Thank you so much, Vishnu, for joining us with all those details.